Hey there, planners. Today I'm going to be flipping through the month of July in my B6 Stalogy, which I used for one book July. I'm going to show you what the monthly setup turned out to look like, as well as all the weekly setups and the daily pages. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. So if you missed the setup of this B6 Stalogy, I will have the setup video here on the card above, as well as down in the description box below. Basically, this is a planner that I set up specifically for one book July, but I set it up with the intention of potentially using it in the future. And I really wanted to try out the B6 size. It's a size that I've been curious about. For me, A5 is kind of my go-to size, or has been in the past. It's what I use across all of my planning needs. And so B6 felt like it was going to be a little bit small when I was looking at it and shopping B6 sizes, but I really wanted to try it out. So in order to do that for the month of July, I got this planner cover, which is from Printpressions. It is a B6 snap folio in the color Moroccan clay. It was available when I purchased it. I'm not sure if this size or color is still available. However, I would highly recommend Printpressions. I have really enjoyed their products. I had one issue with shipping at one point in time, but they quickly fixed it, and Kane is really awesome. So I would go check out, I'll have them linked down below, but I would go check them out if you're looking for either a ring planner or a notebook cover, because they do have a really good selection. So planner cover, it's got 2 snaps on it, which I love. It gives me that expandability. It's got the pin loop in the snap, which is nice. And then I won't go through all of this because, again, I've got this all captured in detail during the setup video, but the planner is just fantastic. I've got, my cards here. I've got a back pocket, which I love, and I have really enjoyed the planner cover and the setup. So what I want to do is get right to July and just kind of flip through and talk about how I used this planner for the month of July. So this is my monthly setup, and it is my catch-all calendar. I put some things in initially, but then I really just use this all throughout the month to capture what's going on, things that are incoming. And as I'm setting up my weekly and daily pages, I reference this quite a bit. So as always, at the end of the month, this calendar ends up looking a little bit messy. This is a calendar that I actually printed out and taped in. This is from Printable Kate. I will have 2 videos listed down in the description box below, which goes over all of the sources of my free printables. So you can check that out down below, and Printable Kate is one of those. I love free printables. I use them all the time. I think you can build a whole planner without ever having to buy inserts. So I've got a lot of resources that I use, and I'll have those in the videos in the description box below. So this ends up every month looking a little bit messy. I thought that the B6 size might be a challenge, but actually I had no problem at all. The Planner Kate printable, the squares are a great size and gives me plenty of room to write. And this was a very busy month for us. So it was a good test to see if the B6 size would work, because I had a whole lot going on this month. So monthly calendar. Next up is the meal plan, which I draw in. So I do try to be conscious of adding too many tip-ins and things that I tape down to the pages, because it just bulks up your planner. The more you do that, and the more bulky your planner gets. So I do try to draw where I can. And this is one that I draw in. This is my meal plan, and I just give a really short description of what I'm going to cook. The reason I like these is because I like to go back to them. So I've been keeping these for years now. And when I'm just feeling like in a meal rut, and I can't think of what to cook, I will go back and look at old planners in the month that I'm trying to plan in, and get ideas and inspiration. So that's always very helpful. This page is not typically in my monthly setup, but I felt like I needed it this month. I had a couple of trips and vacations, and I was going to need to plan a little bit more detail for meals, like picking up things at grocery stores that aren't my own, and making things ahead of time and packing them. So I just broke a few things out here on this separate page, but typically this is not part of my monthly setup. Next up is my goals page and a just kind of a brain dump running to-do list note to self page. So goals, I do all of my goal planning in a Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets goal planner. I have an entire playlist all about setting annual, monthly, daily goals and how I do that. And you can check that out here on the card above or down in the description box below. But I do, once I go through the process to set up my goals for the month, I do like to have them here as a quick reference in my planner, because I will actually look at this when I'm setting up the weeklies or the dailies to make sure to plug things in as I need to. And then this is just a running to-do list as things come up. I try to keep things here that aren't necessarily assigned to a specific week or day. And a lot of times these are things that are actually for like the month ahead, or things I want to get captured out of my brain into my planning system so I don't lose them. And so that's how I keep this. And I always come back to this as I'm setting up the next month. I come back to my running master to-do list brain dump page and make sure that I've got everything status. So you can see a lot of things are already checked off. There are some things that I have arrows on because that means I want to move them to the next month. And I do that a lot more towards the end of the month. So next up is a couple of pages that I set up. I always leave myself a couple of extra pages when I'm doing the monthly setup because I don't know how I'm going to use them. In this case, I actually set up a place to track morning routines. So this was part of my July goals for the month, was to establish good morning routines. And I had thought what I would do is set different morning routines and test them out. But what ended up happening is I set the first one and I loved it and I just kept using it. So I didn't actually need the whole page to keep trying out different morning routines. I just loved the first one. And the next one is I have my craft room, my little area, which has also become my at-home office space since I have been working remotely for the past 18 months. It is a disaster. It is really a disaster. So I have got to get it in shape, and I want to do that in the month of August. So I am making a list, started making a list here. I will carry that over into next month. All right, and then that gets us right into the actual weekly and daily pages. So I did a series of weekly setup videos throughout the month of July because I wanted you all to see how I was using One Book July. So this is the setup for the first week in July, which also happened to be the week that included the 4th of July. So I have planner kits and sticker kits that I use from different shops. A lot of them I purchase off Etsy and they are printables. And so I will have all of that linked down in the description box below, the shops that I used to purchase the planner sticker kits. But this one was absolutely gorgeous. I really, really loved the 4th of July themes. And I use the sticker kits, but I also pull from just stickers that I have. Like this was a sticker that I just had, either from like Happy Planner sticker books or, old sticker kits. I won't be able to list all of the sources, but for the main sticker kits, I will try to list those down below. So on my weekly pages, I have my morning routine tracker, which was part of the goals this month. You can see that I did not do very well with morning routines in this first week. And then weather tracker, meal plan, any to-dos, and then I have just all the days and items that need to be done on the days. All right, so then that gets us into the daily pages. And I use pretty much the same layout for all my daily pages. You have seen the setup before the pen with daily pages, but I just kind of wanted to give you a view of what it looks like. And it's a bit messy. I will admit it can get a little messy, especially when there's a lot going on. But I absolutely love it. Now, as I flip through, you're going to notice that there are sticky notes on top of some of the journaling because, quite honestly, it's private. It's either about my kids or my family, things I'm praying about, things I'm going through, things I'm working through. So I have covered those up with sticky notes. But you should still be able to get the general idea of how I lay it out. So I have the date at the top. I always use washi and a decorative sticker at the top, and if there's anything special going on, I might put a little sticker up here at the top. Then also at the top of the page, I always have a highlight and my verse of the day. Verse of the day for me, Bible verse of the day for me, either comes from klove.com, sends out a verse of the day to your email inbox. Klove is a Christian radio station that you can listen to online or on some local radio stations. I absolutely love Klove. I have listened to them for, I don't know, 20 years now, it feels like. Maybe not quite that long, but a very long time. But I love their verse of the day, and I've been getting it forever. The other place my verse of the day might come from is if my scripture study, my morning scripture study and Bible reading, I might get a verse from there that I really feel like is applicable to the day, and I will write that up there. So those are the two sources. I know you guys, some of you have asked before, where does my verse of the day come from? Those are the two places that I get my verse of the day. On the sides, I have, and I do switch up which side this goes on sometimes, but I have like a to-do list, and it can include anything from, obviously I was getting some Amazon orders this week, when mail is supposed to arrive, to things I need to do, just all kinds of things on the side. Anything I need to do or remember or take action on or just be aware of or tell a family member about, all of that goes on the side. And then I always leave space for journaling and a little bit more decoration. I will use some cute stickers sometimes. So you'll see that general layout as I go through. Some days are more, I have more journaling than others. So for example, this one, I just have this tiny little journaling space. And then, I'm really counting down to vacation, because this was one of my first vacations of the month of July, and the first vacation I had in a really long time. So I was very, very excited about it. I do try to mark off and give myself indicators when I have completed things. So you can see here a couple of things were crossed out. I might migrate things over to the next page. You can see things got rescheduled. So, it's just, it does get a little bit messy, but it's very effective for me. And the way I use this is, this thing goes with me everywhere. My Stalogy goes with me everywhere, and I keep a pin in it, and wherever I am, I just pop it out and do some planning. I'm referencing it throughout the day. It's, if I'm not going anywhere, if I'm going to be at home, this stays open on my desk area. So I am constantly using it. And then you can see Saturday and Sunday are combined on a single page. This time I did two different to-do lists. It really depends. I switch up the setup of the Saturday and Sunday depending on what I think I'm going to need. So, all right, so here's the next week, the second week, and you can see I'm using those mermaid stickers. I use the mermaid stickers from two different Etsy shops, which I'll have listed down below, and they were absolutely beautiful. I made some of the mermaid stickers on using Canva and my Cricut, and then I also used washi tape and stickers from Simply Gilded, which I'll have all that linked, all the supplies linked down in the description box below. What you will notice is that this layout is different than the first week of July. So the weekly pages for the first week in July, I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then this is totally different. This has got the weeks across the top and a whole bunch of other information down here below. And the reason I do that is because a couple of things. One, I like to change it up so I don't get bored. So I use different weekly layouts every week. And then also I have different needs. So for this week, I knew I needed smaller boxes kind of concentrated at the top because I was planning on going on vacation and I would need a space to have a packing list. So that's what this is down here. So it just depends on what I need that week, but also just to keep me from getting bored. I have a Pinterest board that I save when I see ideas for weekly layouts and different ways to lay it out, either in bullet journals or Stalogies or even like planner printables, planner inserts. I save those to a Pinterest board, so I have like this little toolbox full of different layouts to choose from. I will have that Pinterest board linked down in the description box below in case you need some inspiration for using week at a glance layouts. But You can basically see I've got my morning routine here, which I did not track at all. I did the morning routine some days, but I was on vacation this week, so it wasn't great. But I didn't do a very good job of tracking it this week. I have my to-dos, I have a meal plan, weather, and then a packing list over here, and then everything for the days of the week. And then here are the days of the week. This is all these stickers are from the subscription box Whale Tail, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I loved this washi. This is that jellyfish washi from Simply Gilded. It was so beautiful, just beautiful with the jellyfish sticker. Just a great combination. And you can see I had a lot of journaling on these pages, which I'm covering up with sticky notes, and less to-dos. And that's because I was actually on vacation. So, all right, here's the third week of the month. This one I kept really simple. There's a lot more ink here than like decor, but that's because I had a ton going on this week. And so I knew I had a lot going on, so I kept it very simple and kept the colors very simple. But you can see pretty much the same items are captured in my week at a glance. I really appreciate having the week at a glance. As I'm going through the week, I use this quite a bit. I actually keep a tab on the week at a glance so I can quickly flip to it and I move it from week to week. And then here are the daily pages. These little stickers are so cute. I actually purchased these from an Etsy shop. This is very similar to what my puppy looks like. I'll actually pop a picture of my little puppy here so you can see. But this little black and white puppy in these stickers is perfect. So I'll try to find the Etsy shop and leave it linked down below, because there were other types of dogs, you know, other coloring and markings and breeds. But the stickers are really cute. I love them. All right, so just flipping through this week, you can see same journaling. I did use a few more stickers this week, but lots going on this week. This was kind of a back to work and school. I did do a horizontal layout for Saturday and Sunday, and I didn't really like it. I went right back to the vertical. I guess I just like vertical. I don't know. This layout didn't really work for me at all. All right, and then here is the fourth week of July, the 19th through the 25th. Had a lot going on this week, and I was also starting to try to use up the stickers that I had left. So, you know, I'm mixing in the Simply Gilded with some of the Etsy shop stickers. I was trying to use everything I had. And then here are, and I also started to use some of my own stickers. So this is a sticker that I made using a free image from Pixabay, pulling it into Canva to resize it and get it set up the right way, the right size and shape, and then using my Cricut to cut it out. So some of you have asked, you've heard me talk about doing this before, and some of you have asked about if I would do a video tutorial on how I do that. So that's going to be coming up in the future. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. All right, so more journaling, and I did try to use all of the rest of the stickers, so it ends up looking a bit like a smorgasbord here at the end. And then this is actually the week we're in now. We're at the very end of the week, last week of July. And this one also got very busy. I included a little back to school shopping box here, because going back to school shopping and getting ready for that, and taking advantage of some sales here at the end of July. So that was an extra section that I included in here. And then here is the journaling and the daily pages. And I actually did, my lettering is so bad. If you've watched my videos for very long, you know that lettering is terrible. My handwriting is bad. My lettering is terrible. But that's about as creative as I get with lettering. So back to school shopping, that was a big activity. All right, so that is a full flip through of all of the month of July in my B6 Stalogy. I really hope that you all enjoyed seeing this. I hope you got some inspiration out of it. I hope it gives you some ideas. I would love to hear from you. How do you set up the daily pages? I'm always interested in learning about how other styles when it comes to daily pages. The daily pages are really just kind of where I live throughout the week. I really enjoy using the daily pages, and I love the mix of, you know, functional planning as well as journaling and memory keeping. So I love the combination of the two. It's one of my favorite things about using the Stalogy. I would love to hear if that's how you use it as well. I would also love to hear if you use a weekly page. Do you use a week at a glance? If so, how do you set that up? Do you use the same setup every week, or are you switching it up? And what function or purpose does your weekly week at a glance play for you? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. Subscribe to Plannin' Annie for more content like this. And as always, thanks for planning with me.